If you're looking for a role model who embodies that classic academic style that you've been chasing, well then look no further than Ed Warren, portrayed by Patrick Wilson in the Conjuring film series. The first time we lay eyes on him is during a university lecture, and right away there's no mistaking him for a student or a teaching associate. His look screams expertise and authority. He's got a crisp white shirt, dark tie, V-neck jumper, and it's either a sports coat or a suit jacket on, so you know right away he is there to impart his knowledge onto others. And I really like how he's gone for a pattern on the tie, okay? The rest of the outfit is quite neutral and understated, so we do need some sort of pattern or color thrown in there, and the tie is always a great way to do that. This is definitely something that you could wear to an academic conference if you want to get across that vibe that, you know, you're not a novice anymore, you're a serious academic and you want to be taken seriously. But maybe it's not dazzling enough for you. Maybe you want something that'll really help you stand out when you take that stage to give your talk. If that's you, then take a look at this suit that we see Ed in later on in the film. It's a light grey three-piece suit, but with a black shirt and a check pattern tie. Obviously, we normally see lighter shirts like white, light blue, or pink worn with suits. This one, you can tell they've had a bit of fun. They've played around and swapped it around so that the shirt is dark and the suit is light. So yes, obviously, this is a very bold look and it will help you stand out. Maybe it'll even help with networking during a conference, because you won't exactly be confused for somebody else. If somebody spots you during your talk and really wants to talk to you, afterwards, even though there's thousands of people mingling around, you will be easy to spot. Now, are there some dated aspects to these outfits? Yes, that's undeniable. Specifically, look at those wide lapels on the blazers and sports coats. Remember, these films are set in the 60s and 70s. That was the height of fashion then. They are seeing a bit of resurgence in 2025 though, okay? But if it's not your thing, you can easily reproduce this outfit, but just use slimmer lapels, okay? Should be easy enough. Now, these looks would work very well if you're presenting at a conference, but maybe they're not practical for less formal academic events, just the day-to-day stuff. Well, fortunately, we see Ed in a range of casual yet timelessly stylish outfits during the film and its sequels. Notice that we never really see him in t-shirts, okay? Often he instead opts for polo shirts or dress shirts. Now, polos are a great look. They're a more casual academic vibe, and they'll separate you from the rest of the crowd who are just turning up in t-shirts and being mistaken for students. Now, we see these polos in black, for example, paired with grey trousers. Very simple color palette here, but very elegant, very professional. Most of Ed's other polos are neutral with a dash of color, introduced through simple patterns like stripes or diamonds, like an argyle sort of pattern. Now, these types of polos are definitely seeing a resurgence right now. You can get them just about anywhere in every type of shop. If you're in the UK, try Next or Marks and Spencer's and you're sure to pick these up. Now, we do also see other types of knitwear throughout the film and the sequels. Ed loves his knitwear. We see a full zip cardigan with a collar and an argyle pattern in film 1. And this is layered over that black polo shirt from before. And honestly, I really like this look. Notice how Ed actually has the sleeves pushed up to just below the elbow. This can be a great look for guys who maybe have slimmer arms, okay, because it builds up the upper arm and it accentuates the shape of the forearm. Also has the bonus effect of it shows off any nice jewelry you have, like a good watch. Now, we do see other knitwear, like the rare shawl jumper, okay? This isn't a cardigan, there's no buttons here, but it looks great layered on top of a classic shirt like that. And then we have the sweater vest, okay? Now, I'll be upfront, I don't currently own a sweater vest. And if I did buy one, my wife might divorce me. But I do like how Ed wears them in The Conjuring. They look absolutely fantastic, layered over a classic shirt. You could throw in a tie as well. And I bet if you put a sports jacket over that, that would just complete the look. Now, the thing is, if you don't get a good fit, really with any clothing, but in particular sweater vests, if you don't get the perfect fit, if it's a bit baggy, you're gonna look like somebody's granddad. And if you're carrying a bit of extra weight around the gut or the midsection, I think this look might actually exaggerate that. It might draw more attention to it rather than hiding it, okay? And that brings us to the topic of your body. You need to be aware that Patrick Wilson, who portrays Ed Warren in the films, he's in great shape throughout these films, okay? He's got broad shoulders, strong looking arms. Those are what make the outfits shine, okay? Too often, I think people have this idea that if they just get the right pieces of clothing, if they replicate an outfit 100% accurately, they will look exactly like the person that they're modeling themselves after. But the key is you actually have to take care of your body too. Okay, if you're not in great shape, these clothes are never going to look just as good on you as they do in these scenes. So make sure you're putting in the work, you're eating right, and you're working out and building that body that you want. Okay, so we've covered outfits, but what about everything else? Ed gives off a refined academic look in other ways too. For example, his hair, very well kept and well styled. He's got a side parting. Looks like he's using a pomade, maybe some type of styling cream, to slick that off to one side. Now, yes, he does have sideburns, okay, it's another sign of the times of those 60s and 70s, but you can replicate, maybe not the sideburns, but his clean shaven look, okay? You don't see that a lot nowadays. Most men have stubble or a short beard, but if you want to play around and do the clean shaven thing, have a go at it, see what you think. Ed also sports some interesting jewelry too, okay? He's got the wedding band on the left hand, and on the right, he's got a more ornamental ring, okay? And I think rings can add a real level of sophistication to an academic. And guys out there, you don't have to wait to be married to don a ring, okay? So play around with it, have some fun. Signet rings, those can be a really good place to start. Also, I want to hear from you down in the comments below. If you know what kind of watch Ed wears in the films, I couldn't seem to find any information on it online. So if you know the answer, let me know. And also let me know down in the comments below, do you like Ed's style in these films? Do you agree with me, or is it a bit too rogue, a bit too old-fashioned for you? I look forward to discussing that with you down in the comments below. Also, remember, like and subscribe. If you enjoy this content, if you want to see more of it, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Tells the YouTube algorithm to show it to more people, okay? Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.